Look what's here, the Kia Sportage Hybrid.
If you're in the US, Kia in the US markets this vehicle as a Sportage. In Canada, they market it as a Sportage. Either way you call it, it's a great vehicle. Let's go for a ride.
That's really gunning it.
You know what I love? It's got a regular automatic transmission. But what's under the hood of this thing, Andrea?
A 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with a 6-speed automatic transmission, 227 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. It comes standard with all-wheel drive in Canada, but there is a front-wheel drive option on the base trim in the US. You get about 838 kilometers, 521 miles per every tank of gas.
So this Kia just came out this year, comes with a lot of stuff. Let's get into the key standard features.
The base trim comes with a 12.3-inch touchscreen with navigation, a 4.2-inch driver display, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a wireless charger, heated front seats, leatherette upholstery, a power driver seat, a manual passenger seat, heated steering wheel, keyless entry, and blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert. In the US, blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert is available on the middle EX trim.
So it's nice to see some real knobs and buttons. We're going to get into the control panel in a moment, but what are we going to put it in?
You got to put it in S for subscribe, and if you can hit that notification bell, you'll be notified when all of our reviews drop, and then you can watch them.
And we do this, the couple car review, twice a week. The first one drops on Wednesday.
We put another one out on Saturday.
So make sure you like and subscribe. Most important thing, hit that bell, but also follow on Instagram. It's Motormouth_Andrea for a sneak peek behind the scenes. For me, it's Motormouth_Auto, and the links are below that like button. This video is brought to you by Car Cost Canada. Get the dealer's cost, list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates. Use the promo code Motormouth to become an expert member and get extra searches. The link is in the description below.
I am so impressed with the way that this handles. It's quiet, it's smooth, it feels like an electrified vehicle. The steering is a little bit light, but easy enough to maneuver, and the turning radius is quite good.
And it is very quiet. It goes to the whole kind of upscale feel of this vehicle, but it actually has the feeling of a more expensive vehicle.
It really does. Even when it comes to exterior styling, it's very unique looking with the daytime running lights. They have a boomerang style, and the LED headlights and taillights come standard. Our top model has projector LED headlights. It comes standard with 17-inch wheels. 18-inch are available on this top trim, and it also has a temporary spare tire on both trims in Canada. In the US, you get 3 trims. That base trim comes with a tire repair kit, but the other 2 trims get the temporary spare tire.
So the back is very clean looking, and a big part of that is the fact, just like Hyundai, they hide the rear wiper under the top valance. Very clean, elegant looking, same thing. It kind of has an upscale look to it.
This top trim has some chrome exterior accents and satin finish. You can see that on the wheels. It's a good compromise for Zach and I, because I actually like black wheels. What do you think of this?
Yeah, I can deal with this. Actually, the winter wheels for our personal car are a similar color. They're not black. I don't like black wheels, so it is a good compromise. Andrea, can you put your hand over the Kia badge there?
Hand over the badge.
Okay, I'm looking from here. Now, it's hard to keep my eyes off Andrea, of course, but looking at the car, if you told me you were in a Mercedes-Benz with their MBUX screens, I'd fall for that. I think it has a very upscale feel. As I mentioned a moment ago, features, Kia's always had that down. Now this is luxury almost.
Yeah, the 12.3-inch dual displays that you get on the top trim are beautiful and are definitely reminiscent of what Mercedes-Benz offers. Now, on the base trim in Canada, you get the 4.2-inch driver display, but in the US, you lucky ones, you get the 12.3-inch digital driver display on the base trim.
Now, we did have a chance to interact with the regular screen that we get in Canada. Now, it sounds like it's like teeny weeny. Was it 4 inches or something?
4.2
yeah,
inches.
Okay, well, 4.2, but it's 4 inches. But they put these elements on either side of the screen to fill out the space, so it doesn't look terrible.
Now, there is some piano black in here. You know, we're not a huge fan of this high gloss finish. It's all mostly at the center console and a little bit on the doors, but what I really like is that Kia went with a pattern trim in here, and it looks a lot like what you see in Genesis models.
Same company. So you know me, Andrea, I like a black interior, but I'm warming to this color because it's not red. It's kind of like a muted brick red, and I think it elevates the interior. I could go for this.
I think it's beautiful. This is a leatherette interior.
Oh, really?
Yeah, comes standard with leatherette and even this top trim.
You would never know this is not leather.
It's very beautiful, and the seats are quite comfortable. I'm wondering about you, Zach, with the seating position over here on the driver's side and how much headroom you have with the panel roof.
It's funny you mention that because I noticed it when I got into it. I tried to put the power seat, which is good, down farther, and it wouldn't go. So I'm 6 feet tall, but I have a long torso. I have a torso of a giant. So what you need to do is check it. If you're tall, if you're 6 feet and over, make sure you fit.
There have been some complaints about the control panel when the EV6 came out, and of course the Sportage gas model, and you toggle back and forth between climate controls and the entertainment system.
Okay, I got a question for you. Okay. How many times have you tried to turn up the radio? Because Andrea likes her jams stream from her phone.
You know it.
And you've actually turned up the heat.
I have. I've done that a few times actually in this Sportage Hybrid, but not so much with the EV6. You do have to look down and make sure that you are on the right panel before you make a move to change anything.
The quick way to solve this is in the display in front of you, they could have a little icon to let you know if you're actually in the media interface or the HVAC controls, or just give us 2 rows of controls. I know they're trying to minimalize everything. Thankfully, it's not all in the head unit. You don't have to go in there to put your controls on, but this toggle back and forth is the answer to the question nobody was asking, but it's better than going into a screen.
For sure. And then there's some hard buttons to the right of the dial shifter where you've got your heated and ventilated front seats and your heated steering wheel. Look, I'm not crazy about a dial shifter. I prefer the traditional shifter that's in the Sportage gas model, but this is what's being offered. And Zach is trying to trick me here. He's put on my ventilated front seats. And frankly, Zach, I like them.
I hate ventilators. It's the weirdest sensation. I don't like it.
Now, getting into the trims, we went over the key standard features, so you know what the base model gets in Canada. A little less in the US because you have more of a stripped down model with your 3 trims. I would say that the middle trim in the US is equivalent to our base model trim in Canada. But what I love what they did in the US is they added a package to that middle trim. So if you want a panoramic sunroof or the power tailgate, you can get it for $1,500. That's not the case in Canada. All of that is on the top trim.
Now let's get into the space, because this and the cousin vehicle, the Hyundai Tucson, are the biggest in their category when it comes to space. The back seat, there is loads of legroom, and they really are, aren't they?
They are both class leading, lots of room for car seats and boosters back there.
And also class leading when it comes to cargo space behind the second row, right?
Yeah, the Sportage it actually beats out the Tucson, so it has best in class cargo space behind the second row, and overall cargo capacity keeps up with the competition, no problem at all.
All right, you have some great questions about how does this compare to the RAV4 Hybrid? How does it compare to the Hyundai Hybrid? So let's get into it.
Time now for questions, coffee, and cars.
Your questions from Instagram.
Between the Hyundai Tucson Hybrid and the Kia Sportage Hybrid, what would you pick and what are the differences?
Well, you do the differences first and I'll tell you which one I'd pick.
Okay.
Or should I tell you now?
Go ahead. Say it. Do it.
Sportage.
I would pick the Sportage as well, only because I like the interior better.
That's
and
why.
The dual 12.3-inch screens that you get on this top trim. So what are some of the differences? Well, price point. That Tucson Hybrid in Canada starts at over $41,500. So that's quite a difference.
And by the way, they jacked the price up. It didn't used to be that price.
Yeah, it used to be around, I think, 38.5 or so. And then this one starts at under $36,000. Now, in saying that, you do get more in the Tucson Hybrid.
They charge a lot more.
So you get ventilated front seats and heated rear seats. You get the larger 10.25-inch touchscreen as well, and the Bose sound system. But if you're looking for something that is priced less and you're just trying to get an electrified vehicle, I think it's really important that these manufacturers come in with a base price that's a lot lower. I would say the drive is about the same, smooth, quiet,
yeah, they're
right?
going to be very similar. I mean, there might be slight differences, but overall, they're running on the same platform. And Andrea's point is, you know, I don't want everything that's fuel efficient to be basically for upper middle class people. What about working people that want to get a new vehicle and pay for it over 5 or 6 years?
For sure.
You know, well, they should be able to afford these too.
I want to point out as well that in the US, although the Sportage is less expensive by a little bit compared to the Tucson, they are quite equivalent. So it's a bit of a different story in the US compared to Canada. One more thing to point out is that this top trim in Canada is just over $42,500. That is amazing, isn't it? Even at the top trim price?
Yeah, for people who can afford it.
Do you know how much more the PHEV is? Is there enough gain in overall miles per gallon to justify it?
Oh, if you can, same thing again, afford it, if it's in your snack bracket, then getting the PHEV will average down your overall fuel costs for sure. Andrea's mom has the Tucson PHEV, and they've filled it up, I think, in 6 months twice. So yeah, you save a lot on fuel. They run around their neighborhood mostly. But yeah, I would get the PHEV if you can afford it. Do you even know the price? Has it been announced?
We don't know the price of the Sportage PHEV yet. We assume it'll have about the same range as the Tucson. They share the same powertrain. I really like a plug-in hybrid because I do very few kilometers a day, mostly city driving, and I can have a pretty clean drive every day and spend very little on fuel. We put out a lot of content each week on the Motormouth YouTube channel, and it's so easy to find.
All you do is go to the YouTube search bar and type in Motormouth, the name of the channel, then the brand you're looking for. In this case, Kia, then all of our videos pop up. It's that easy.
How does this compare to the RAV4 Hybrid, and is this Kia's first hybrid vehicle?
Well, they've had some hybrids in the past. The Niro, they're going to have a new Niro, which you can't wait to drive because it looks fantastic, and then the Sorento, right?
Yeah, the Sorento comes with a hybrid and a plug-in hybrid option. They are killing it with electrified vehicles.
Well, how does this compare to the RAV4, Andrea? I'll just say one thing.
Yeah.
Upscale.
Yeah, for
This is
sure.
upscale compared to the RAV4.
Yeah. So the RAV4 Hybrid starts at just over $33,000. It doesn't come with all the features that this one comes with as a base model. I think it's really great that Toyota has come out with a hybrid option that is affordable to many. But the one that is most comparable, the trim of the RAV4 Hybrid, is the XLE model. Is priced at just over $36,000 Canadian.
But
I also find this much quieter.
It's much quieter, and it's much more, as I mentioned, upscale on the inside. Even on the lower trims, you still get a lot of the same kind of vibe that you get in this top trim.
Yeah.
The RAV4, as I've said, is the best vehicle on the road, period, because it's $33,000, and it's Toyota's hybrid, which they've been making forever. Great on fuel, not too expensive. Back to my point, working families can actually work to afford one of those. But they don't have this interior, that's for sure.
No, and also you can get this hybrid in Canada, the top trim, for just over $42,500. I want to say again, and that is around the same price as the top RAV4 gas model.
Yeah, it's not even close when it comes to the interior. Now, they have the Toyota name and the badge on the steering wheel. They've had a few issues with Cablegate. Look that up. And this is not proven yet. I mean, they haven't been doing this for a long time. That's the one thing. You know, their hybrid system has been around for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
This, their Johnny come lately. Which one are you going to take a flyer on?
I got to say, though, my mom's Tucson PHEV has been excellent, not an issue with it at all.
It's 6 months old.
Still good news.
6 months. And now it's time for our hot topic. What's this one, Andrea?
Kia is really disruptive for the industry. The 2023 CR-V was just revealed, and the Sportage has more features. Hope the quality is there. I might consider this over Honda and Toyota.
Now, Andrea, I have been saying this for a long time. Tesla has been the disruptor in the premium luxury category, but in the mainline cars, Hyundai and Kia have made everybody else sit up and pay attention and go, what the heck? They are relentless in their pursuit of producing new vehicles and updating them. So this car's come out just now. I bet you within 2 or 3 years, they'll do major updates to it.
Yes, something even better. There'll be some more improvements like wireless Apple Carplay and Android Auto, please, Kia.
Yeah.
But you're right about the Honda CR-V. It just came out. It's a little bit disappointing that in Canada, the hybrid is just going to be available on the top touring trim. In the US, it is available on 2 trims. So you'll see that price, you know, be a little bit lower than what we're going to get in Canada. This is not, and I don't know what the pricing is, so I can't confirm it. But I don't think it's going to be an affordable hybrid option in Canada for many buyers.
Well, back to my point a moment ago, you know, anything that is fuel efficient shouldn't just be for upper middle class people to afford.
No.
It needs to be for people, working people who are stretching to buy a compact SUV, and that's why the RAV4 hybrid in the Canadian market at $33,000 and roughly $30,000 in the US is an attainable vehicle that you can buy and pay for over many years and keep for many years.
I'm just so happy that Kia has come out with an affordable base model price with a ton of features for this Kia Sportage. It's exactly what we need. Consumers need to buy an electrified vehicle so we can all start saving at the pumps and reduce our carbon footprint.
The big question, Andrea, is can you get one?
That's always, I mean, no doubt about it, Zach. It could be an issue.
You know what? The Americans right now are like, they call it a Sportage, and when you say no doubt about it, you know what Americans hear? New do to boot it.
Come on, you don't actually hear that, right? You hear me say no doubt about it.
Yeah, but Americans, when you say that, what they hear is new do to boot it.
We do have American viewers who think that I have got this crazy Canadian accent, but many like it, so I'm going to take that to the bank.
Okay, try it with me. Ready?
Okay.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
No do to boot it.
And that's us crazy Canadian kids.
Driving's the Sportage. All right, let's get into the vital stats. So what you want to pay attention to the fuel economy.
Let's start with pricing. The front-wheel drive model in the US starts at just over $27,000. The first LX all-wheel drive model is just over $29,000. In Canada, the base EX trim starts at just under $36,000, and the EX trim in the US is just under $31,000. The top trim is just over $42,500 Canadian and just over $36,000 in the US.
Here's the fuel economy for all-wheel drive. It's 6.1 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 6.3 on the highway. That's 38 miles per gallon city, 38 miles per gallon highway. The actual fuel economy while recording this video was 6.4 liters per 100 kilometers, almost 37 miles per gallon. Here's some important fuel economy information. The front-wheel drive model that's sold in the United States has best-in-class fuel economy at 43 miles per gallon, beating out the previous champ, the Ford Escape Hybrid. This Sportage Hybrid can tow 2,000 pounds. The warranty is 5 years, 100,000 kilometers, or 60,000 miles.
More and more competition is coming up in this hybrid category. Let's see what else you can buy.
For your consideration, 4 vehicles for you to consider.
Up first is the Hyundai Tucson Hybrid with the same powertrain as the Sportage Hybrid, a 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with a combined 227 horsepower. It has a starting price of just over $41,500.
The Ford Escape Hybrid with a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder and a combined 200 horsepower. The starting price is $36,000.
The Toyota RAV4 Hybrid with a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder producing a combined 219 horsepower. It has a starting price of just under $33,500.
Another option, but a little more money, is the Toyota Venza. It is the same RAV4 hybrid system with 219 horsepower, but it starts at just over $39,000.
So there are 4 hybrid crossovers for you to consider.
Lightning round. Two things we like to see improved.
I love how quiet the cabin is.
I like the way it looks.
I really wish that Kia would add an a la carte item for the panoramic sunroof, or even a package for that base model.
And I'll say it for you, Andrea. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on the big screen.
Please. With this exceptional price point, this is going to be a massive hit for Kia.
If you can get one, you're lucky. This video is brought to you by Car Cost Canada. Get the dealer's cost, list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates. Use the promo code Motormouth to become an expert member and get extra searches. The link is in the description below.